They say standing on top of a mountain takes your breath away, that it transforms your heart and touches your soul like nothing else. I've stood at the base of giants, watched the last sun rays brush icy peaks, but I might as well have been 100 miles from the summit. It's humbling to realize I'm not there. Not yet. As daunting as it feels, it's time to change that. Because how do we grow if we don't push beyond our limits? So I pulled out Steve Howe's and Scott Johnston's Training for the New Alpinism again. A book shaped by their own decades of experience as elite climbers, mountaineers, and guides. Every chapter reflects what they've learned firsthand in the mountains, hard-earned lessons about training, endurance, and mindset. It's about more than just workouts. How do muscles adapt to build real endurance? How do we train the mind to keep going when things get tough? What kind of nutrition fuels the climb? It's a lot, honestly a little overwhelming, but also exciting. So I keep reading, highlighter in hand, slowly mapping the path toward the summit I hope to reach this fall. The first 3 weeks are just about getting my body used to moving again. Nothing intense, just getting back into a rhythm and showing up every day. I'll be figuring out how much time I can actually commit each week, and I'll get pretty creative with my training because the local trails are pretty limited and they get so hot during the summer. But hey, you've got to start somewhere, right? So let's make a plan. Every alpine or mountaineering goal is a marathon, not a sprint. The real challenge is being able to move fast for hours, whether it's a flat trail or a steep climb. So the focus is on longer, low-intensity workouts that keep my heart rate in zones 1 and 2. That's where the real endurance is built. I'm also adding strength training, recovery sessions, and, just as important, rest days to give my muscles the time they need to adapt and rebuild. Finding a way to train for endurance sounded easy until I started weighing my local options. The nearby trails are limited, so the gym became my best bet. After testing the treadmill and stair stepper, I quickly realized the elliptical just feels the most natural. Like hiking uphill with a smooth incline and adjustable resistance that I can dial in as I get stronger. I set my watch to track progress and heart rate, pick an easy pre-programmed session, and start pedaling. The goal is to keep my heart rate low, zone 1 or 2, no higher than about 136 beats per minute. But honestly, that's harder than it sounds. Right now I've got so much energy and motivation, I end up pedaling too fast and push myself into zone 3. Slow down, there's plenty of time in the mountains to burn all that energy. You might think that strength training isn't all that important for alpinism, but the book actually makes a pretty good case otherwise. There are several examples in here of elite cross-country skiers who built up strength, and because of that it took them a lot longer to feel exhausted than it would have otherwise. And let's be honest, that's exactly what I need. I need to be able to go for a long time and not be so exhausted as I have been in the past. So I'm committed to going through as many of the exercises as this book has. I know for a fact that I can't do all of them. Some of them are super hard, but I'll do my best and I'll just get stronger over time. So let's get started. Nothing is more humbling than trying push-ups after not doing any for over a year. If you're in the same boat, don't let it get to you. Just adapt for now and get stronger one session at a time. I'm splitting my strength training between home workouts, using exercises from the book, and sessions at the gym where I can control the weights more precisely. And once my muscles start to shake, that's my cue. I stop, recover, and move on to the next set. You know the feeling of everything aching after a tough workout? That's pretty much how I feel right now after our training this week already. And it's time for a recovery session. And for me, swimming is one of the best ways to do this. So let's head over to the pool and swim a few laps. Swimming has always been one of my favorite things to do, even as a kid. So adding it to my training just felt right. It's not a crystal clear lake or a rushing river, but I'm grateful to have a pool nearby. Somewhere I can come anytime, move freely, and let my body recover. There's something about feeling weightless in the water. The muscles relax and the mind quiets down for a while. Yoga might not be for everyone, but for me, it's a reset. When I'm hitting the trail or the gym almost every day, it's one of the best ways to take care of both my body and my mind. Sure, there are strength-building poses, but right now, I'm focused on stretching out sore muscles and giving myself permission to slow down, even just for a few breaths. Once a week we have a long zone 1 on our plan. What does that mean? Well, it's a long hike that has an easy pace, but you should still feel it from the distance and just being outdoors all day long. We shouldn't be breathless at any point because it's a zone 1, so a low heart rate, but you should be tired at the end of the day just from being out there all day long. So let's go out there and explore. I instantly feel lighter walking these trails, taking in the wildflowers and stumbling onto places I've never seen before. Spring in Southern California is something special, before the hills dry out under the summer sun. Sure, I could hike the same trail every week, but where's the fun in that? Finding new trails is now part of my weekly homework. I'm itching to get back to the mountains and try some of the peaks just outside LA, but they'll have to wait. I'm sticking to the plan. Keeping a slower pace was tough in the gym, but out here, it's almost impossible. I pushed too hard on those hills and ended up deep in zones 3 and 4. Zone 1 was our goal, remember? It's something I need to work on, slowing down, letting my body adapt. The aerobic training will pay off. I just have to be patient and give myself the chance to catch up. There's something really satisfying about checking off a to-do list. And honestly, logging workouts feels just the same. It's a great way to track your progress over time and stay accountable. I'll show you my digital log in a moment, but first, here's a simple, scaled-down version I saw Peter McKinnon use to track his habits in a notebook. I started by writing the dates down the left side, but you could also break it up by weekdays, kind of like the plan we built earlier. Then on the right, I track the workouts. Zone 1, Zone 2, strength, swim, yoga, and rest days. You can add lines to make it easier to follow, maybe not as crooked as mine though. Each day I jot down what I did, how I felt, and fill the boxes. After just a few days, it's easy to spot patterns and see what you're focusing on most. The digital log has so much more detail, and it comes straight out of the book Training for the New Alpinism. Because I respect and love their work so much, I don't want to give away all of their secrets. I would encourage you to buy the book yourself if you are serious about the training, or perhaps you download the free audiobook if you sign up for Audible. I'll have the links down below in the description and you can check them out, but I do want to share some of the details with you. That first week of training left me feeling energized, finally doing something real to move toward my goal. Honestly, the hardest part is just getting started and sticking with it. But habits begin here, in small choices, in quiet discipline. Logging each session helps me stay on track, but listening to my body, that's just as important. I felt tired, but it's the kind of tired that leaves you smiling, the kind that reminds you you're in it now. Slowing down has been the biggest challenge. I keep pushing too hard, hiking too fast, but even that's improving. So what's next? I'll keep building, slowly extending each session, giving my body time to grow into the work. And soon I'll step into the next phase, the base period. That's when I'll start adding real mountain days, California peaks that test my legs, my lungs, and my resolve. I'll go backpacking again too, but this time with purpose. Choosing trails that match the training, staying steady, staying low in the heart rate, and focused on the long game. This is just the beginning. I'll be sharing my progress in the weeks ahead, all leading to one moment, standing on that summit. Because yes, reaching the top may take your breath away, but the climb, that's where you find out who you really are.